switch. There we go. Let's start that over again. Welcome to We Know Football, guys. My name is Billy.
And I'm Tyler.
And what is this, episode 6, I believe?
I don't know. Got me all fucked up. We
I think it's
double
6.
recorded, and I think it is 6.
All right, well, today we're going to go over our picks for the divisions, where they're going to end up, who's going to lead each division. And we got some different topics to cover as well. But I guess we'll start out with latest news. But how's it going, Tyler?
It's going. Back from my vacation. Uh, it was nice to get away. Feels like it's been a while since we've done this.
I know, it really hasn't been that long, but it feels like it.
Yeah, it feels like forever. But here we are.
Technically, we missed a week, but, we recorded it ahead of time, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, so you guys don't see a difference. But
And shout out to everybody that viewed it on YouTube. Like it, comment, we appreciate it.
big facts.
All right, so we'll start it off with the news about Kareem Hunt. He requested a trade. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's not shocking. I mean, he deserves more of a role or more money or both. So, I mean, I'm not really surprised by it. Also, that team is a total shit show. So you can't blame the guy for wanting to get out.
Right. I mean, how much money can you give him, though, unless they make it a split carry?
Yeah.
Divide in the backfield.
I mean, the thing is, like, you could argue he needs the Browns more than they need him anyway. I mean, they got Dearness Johnson. Like, if they lose Kareem Hunt, it's not that big of a deal.
Right, yeah, they don't care.
Yeah. So, I mean, they kind of got him by the balls.
You can't pay a backup running back top dollar.
No, there's no point. But if he were to get traded somewhere, he could easily be the number one back on a team. But who's trading for a number one back?
Absolutely. Maybe. I mean, if he went to the Dolphins, he would be the number one easy. First of all, they can't afford to pay him,
Yeah.
and I think they're just gonna go with the split carries with all the people that are there. I mean, you got Mostert, you got why can't I think of his name? Gaskin's still there, right?
We've been over that one. I don't know if he's there or not, but Edmonds there.
I think he's there.
Sony
Edmonds,
Michel's
Mostert,
there.
Sony Michel. That's insane, dude. Why are Edmonds and Sony Michel on the same team?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I have no idea. But the Dolphins, I don't see them trading for him. I haven't even really looked at it. Like, are there any teams that are actually looking at him?
Not that I've seen. And yeah, the only reason I saw the Dolphins was because they were a team that came to mind that don't have a running back that's better than Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I mean, the first one that comes to mind for me would be the Bills. I got my dog barking in the background right now. I don't know if you can hear that.
Just a little bit.
All right. But yeah, I mean, the Bills could use him for sure.
What about you guys?
I mean, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know if we really need him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other teams that really. I mean, first of all, I don't know who would pay him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the bigger thing. Man, my dogs are going nuts now. Holy shit, dude. But
What about the Texans?
uh, yeah, I mean, the Texans would be all right.
I mean, they drafted a running back, but
I mean, just like looking at all the teams, I really have no idea who. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like everybody.
the Seahawks.
No, they already
I
got
mean, they
Rashad
draft.
Penny. He's
Yeah,
he's gonna lead the league
and
in rushing. So
and they drafted a running back.
yeah, I the Chiefs. He goes back to the Chiefs.
I don't know, but what does this change for fantasy though? Let's talk about that.
Mm, I don't really know if it changes much of anything.
If he leaves, is Chubb more valuable?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Chubb. Well, I don't know. I mean, I still feel like they're still gonna split it with somebody. I don't think it matters.
It makes Dearness Johnson more valuable for sure.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they're. I think they would just put him into the Kareem Hunt role anyway.
If if Kareem Hunt goes somewhere else, now we're talking about Johnson getting drafted in every league
Oh yeah,
compared
no,
to maybe him getting drafted in some leagues.
yeah, easily.
But I guess it's just something we'll have to watch. I haven't heard anything really more other than that he wants a trade.
I don't see him getting traded. I mean, how many times do you see running backs get traded anyway? Like,
LaShawn McCoy is the last one I can think of.
yeah, like there's not nobody's going out like looking for their starting running back. I mean, I maybe a shitty team, but at that point, like, why would they even bother? I don't know, but we'll have to keep an eye on it.
But yeah, I just wanted to cover that because, I mean, it's relevant, but nothing too crazy. The Stafford injury. You want to touch on that first?
Not so well. You had that written down, and I didn't even know anything about it. So you're gonna have to get into that one.
So Matt Stafford has an elbow injury, and they're saying that it could be a cause for concern.
Oh, really?
That it might not just be something small. And obviously this affects Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson, and I mean the Rams as a whole, to be honest with you.
So that happened in camp, or like what?
I haven't done a ton of research on it, but give me
Huh?
1 second. Let me pull something up.
I mean, that is a big deal. I mean, and what elbow was it? His throwing elbow?
Yeah,
Uh, hmm. Well, the thing I will say is that Matthew Stafford is an Iron Man. Like, his fucking arm will have to be damn near falling off of his body for him to not play. Let's see. Rams Matthew Stafford resumes throwing. Hmm. Who's the Rams backup?
I have no idea.
I know they had that Wolford guy or whatever. Mm, yeah, John Wolford and Bryce Perkins.
Well, here Stafford said, I don't know what you guys were watching. I felt like I could make any throw I wanted to today.
Hmm.
He's dealing with bad tendonitis. It's called thrower's elbow.
Huh. Well, hopefully it'll be all right. I mean,
Well, let me ask you this. If we found out that say like in a week, they announced that Matt Stafford's going to have surgery and he's not going to return till week 6 or something like that, does that put Jefferson at number 1 now?
uh, yeah, probably. I mean, yeah. I mean, who would they get? Yeah, would they trade for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Not with the money he's going to want to be paid.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I mean, at that point, yeah, Jefferson's a lot safer than drafting Cooper Cup.
I think our last episode, on our last episode before the season, we should redo our rankings.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that'll bring me into our next topic, the Debo signing.
Mm-hmm.
With that, wouldn't you kind of rethink your list just because those running incentives are in there, and now he's fully committed.
Yeah, that definitely changed my list. Um, I'd probably put him at 4 at this point. I mean, yeah, you could even draft him higher than that. I could see you drafting him over Jamar Chase.
So, I mean, if anybody listening doesn't know, the 49ers and Debo did agree to an extension. And in that extension, there are incentives. If he gets a certain amount of rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, there's more money guaranteed. So, which goes away from the fact that he said that he didn't want to be used as a running back, really.
Yeah, I really don't get it. I mean, at first when I saw he got extended, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I basically would just rank him the same at that point. But once you talked about him having the incentives, I mean, that changes everything.
Right.
The dude said he didn't want to run the ball, and that was like one of his big gripes. And now all of a sudden he's gonna make more money for running the ball. Like I don't really understand that.
Well, when they
But
throw money in your face and you sit down with management, I guess things can change.
yeah, I I don't get it. I mean, he goes from being a whiny bitch to just being like, oh, okay, yeah, no, we're good.
Right, exactly.
Like what changed?
Maybe he listened to our podcast.
I bet you that's what it is. It's on my TikTok.
For real. But yeah, I mean, not like a whole lot to say with that. He's just committed now. I mean, for 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, he's a totally safe pick now. When we
Right.
first made our ranking, we were like, oh, is he gonna play? I mean, we were pretty sure he was going to, but it wasn't like 100% sure if he was even going to be playing for the Niners. He could have just decided to say, "Ah, fuck it, I'll hold out." But
And he said he didn't
uh,
want to run the ball.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, that changes literally everything.
But yeah, I think that he could deserve a little more bump up in the rankings. I don't have mine in front of me yet.
Yeah, mine's nowhere near me.
I mean, I have him at 7, and I could still put him at 7, but I might want to put him ahead of Lamb and maybe Diggs.
I think originally I think I had Diggs at 4. I think I went Cooper Cup, Jefferson, Chase, Diggs, Adams. I think I did. I put him above Adams.
I mean, realistically, any of those guys could, anybody could end up anywhere, but before it felt like it was, you were thinking about the contract situation when you're ranking him, and now you don't
Yeah,
have to.
yeah, it was more of a question mark around him. Now it's, I mean, you know what you're gonna get out of him, but still, I mean, one thing that we did talk about when we went off about him last year was his first good year.
Right, yeah. I think it was the first
So,
time he played all the games, too.
so I mean, it's not to say like he's gonna have another breakout year, but
No.
I don't know. It's safer. It's safer than it was before he signed a contract.
Right. It makes you be able to rank him higher, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to jump into the next topic, or
Hold on, I don't have the list.
we got OBJ, Baker, Sean Watson.
Okay. Well, let's just talk about Odell Beckham then. For those of you that didn't see it, Odell Beckham, he commented on Von Miller's post or some shit, right? Saying,
Yep.
"Oh, like, what's the locker next to you look like?" Now everybody's going crazy. Like, is Odell Beckham going to go to the Bills? I personally don't think it matters at all. Odell Beckham, he's coming off a like a major fucking injury the dude is not going to play. And if he does, it's not going to be till way later on in the season. This shit is completely irrelevant, in my opinion.
It's irrelevant until then, for the most part. I mean, I would rather stay away from him in the draft than be thinking like, oh, well, now I could draft him with my eighth round pick or something. Like, I'd rather take a guy that is guaranteed, you know?
Yeah, if you're drafting Odell Beckham, you're like living in the past. He's not on it. Don't draft a guy that's not on a fucking team, and he's hurt. Grant, if he signs with the Bills and plays, I mean, will he play good? Yeah, I'm sure he'll play all right, but he's still not going to be the number one guy. There's no reason to draft him like that. That's just completely asinine to me.
I mean, I think he's still worth a draft pick late, like really late, if you can snag him if he goes, like hypothetically, if he did end up going to the Bills.
If he's on a team when you're drafting, if he went to the Bills and you're drafting knowing that he's on the Bills and at some point might play, maybe you draft him and then stash him in your IR slot or whatever. But this dude's not going to play for a while.
No, no, yeah, for sure. I just thought that was interesting. I mean, players do this shit all the time. They make you think something's gonna happen and it never does.
Yeah, I really don't think he's going to go to the Bills. If anything, he's going to go to the Pats. In that case, if that's the case, it'd be the greatest move ever. Like, pick him up in every league. Odell Beckham is the man if he goes to the Pats. Other than that, he sucks.
All right, and that's all we got for today.
uh,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, with any team, if he goes to any team, he's worth a draft pick. No, I mean not early. I'm not saying that, but
yeah. I, I don't know. I
I'd
just got to
draft
see
I'd
him.
draft Josh Gordon if he signed with a team today.
Yeah, right.
I would late.
Yeah, right. Is he not on the Chiefs though? He get busted again.
I don't know. I'm surprised he
Rem-
didn't have more of an impact last year.
Dude, remember when he signed last year and that was like the big deal? Oh, he's back. Yeah, he's been back like fucking 6 times and has done nothing. He
He
had one
was
good year.
he did not have one good year.
He had one good year with the
No, he
Browns.
didn't.
Give me a break. Come on. He had a
No
half-ass
way.
good year with the Pats, and other than that, he hasn't done shit.
I'm looking it up.
Dude, you're nuts. He played one full year. In his entire fucking career, he's played one full year.
In
Eh,
2012, he had 50 catches for 805 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Okay.
In 2013, he had 87 catches for 1,646 yards
That was his big
and
year.
and 9 touchdowns. And in 2014, I don't know if he got suspended midway through the year, but he had 24 catches for 303 yards and no touchdowns.
Yeah, then he got suspended.
So he had 2 good years.
2 good years.
He did
The
have one.
first,
He had one touchdown last year.
did he really?
Yeah.
What did he do with the Pats though? He had like an 800-yard year with the Pats.
No. Oh wait, yeah. I forgot he was with you guys for 2 years. 40 catches, 720 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
That was his big year. And
And
then the
then
other
in
year he got suspended.
yeah.
How many games did he play in that one
Oh,
year?
he is still on the Chiefs, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Huh. He probably had like 200 yards last year, if that.
32.
See the shorts.
Fuck.
32 yards.
32 yards?
Yeah, he
Jesus
only had five
Christ.
catches.
And he was supposed to be the man, though.
I mean, I don't think anybody thought he was going to be the man coming into the Chiefs, but I thought he
Well,
was going to have some impact.
they're making a big deal out of him,
Yeah.
but yeah, OBJ, nah.
No concern at all. No, nothing to get
Nah,
excited about.
I really don't give a fuck.
True that. All right. So the quarterback one job in Carolina is Baker's job to lose, according to reports. No, not really a surprise to me.
Yeah, not to me either. They got Sam Darnold, and then they draft Matt Corral or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Baker was going to get the starting job, but I guess
Yeah.
he's having a really good camp, which I mean, I personally think Baker's good. I think that team could do well, especially if McCaffrey stays healthy.
Yeah, I mean they could be all right. I don't think they'd fight for a playoff spot, but I mean, I think they could be better than they have been.
I think they could be in the upward trend.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with Baker. What the Browns did to him was fucked up. And I can't wait for week 1 because the Panthers play the Browns week 1.
Yes, they do.
The NFL knew what they were doing when they did that shit.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, it's not really a shock.
No,
But
I mean, yeah, not much to talk about. Nothing crazy news, but I think it puts DJ Moore's stock up for sure
oh
with
yeah.
Baker as the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean that's the best quarterback he's had.
Yep. And then we got Deshaun Watson only got the 6-game suspension. I know this happened like a week ago, guys, but this is the first time that Tyler and I have gotten together since that news came out. And the NFL's appealing it. They want it to be a year or longer. I hope they get the year or longer suspension. I mean, we said earlier in the podcast, in a few episodes, there's no way he's playing this year. I was personally shocked when I got the update that he only got 6 games.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty ridiculous. But once you kind of dive into it more, you realize that it's 6 games from like the judge or whatever. I don't understand how that whole fucking ordeal worked out, where the judge was like determining what suspension he got. Now the NFL's like, no, no, we want him to have a year. Ah, whatever. I don't really get it.
I mean, I hope they win it.
Oh yeah, I mean the dude's a piece of shit. There's really no reason that he should be getting any less than a full year off.
No, absolutely not. J.K. Dobbins got activated off the pup list.
Yeah, he's supposed to be ready for week 1.
Yep, I saw
I mean
that.
that changes the rankings big time.
Good for him, man. I like J.K. Dobbins.
He's really talented.
I wouldn't feel comfortable with him as my running back too. Not really. I guess if there was some really good receivers there, if I reached on a tight end, I would be okay with it because I know that those other players are going to make up my points. But I would feel more comfortable with him at a flex position.
Um, yeah, no, I would agree with that. I wouldn't really want him as a starting running back, but he has a potential to end the season as a guy that you can start at running back.
Absolutely. It makes me feel better about him now.
Yeah, knowing that he's ready,
And
like this early on.
right.
So I mean, he should, that bodes well. That means that he should. If they're saying he's good now, he's going to be good. Like it's not like it's the week before the season and they're saying, "Oh yeah, he's ready now." Like he's good to go now.
It almost makes me want to draft him because he was really becoming a good running back before he got hurt.
Yeah, he was.
I'm not saying I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure he's on my team because I mean that's not the way I draft anyways. The only people that I make sure are on my team are guys that are way late, like super late. Those guys I will reach on because past round like 11,
Yeah.
you're you're picking straws.
Yeah. I mean, JK, he's not a guy you'd want to reach on because he is coming off the injury. But I mean, if you end up with him, like you said, as your flex or if he's on your bench, whatever, I mean, I'd be pretty happy with that.
I'd be super happy if he was my backup running back.
Oh, absolutely. But
What a
yeah, I mean that's big news.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything about Gus Edwards.
No, he got hurt too, right?
Yeah, he tore his ACL last year too.
That team was fucked up last year.
That team was fucked up last year.
They finished last in their division.
I'm pretty sure it was Edwards and Marcus Peters. I know Marcus Peters for a fact, but one of the running backs and Marcus Peters tore their ACL on back-to-back plays in
Oh
training
yeah,
camp, and then after
yeah,
that they canceled practice.
yeah. And that was after J.K. Dobbins had already gotten hurt too.
Can you imagine being a Ravens fan getting those updates on your phone?
Dude, imagine being the trainer.
Yeah, for real.
Like I just pack up my shit because you're done. That's wild. They had a lot of injuries last year.
Yeah, and they're going to be a lot better this year.
Yeah, I mean you can't even really like look at last season.
No, they were wounded like big time.
Yeah, and you're gonna have that every year. You have that team that just gets fucking ravaged.
Yep.
So
Was there anything else you wanted to cover as far as latest news?
no, I think that covers it all.
Okay. I have two things that I want to cover.
Okay.
So guys, listen to this. I read that the rookie running back for the Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco, that's how you say
Holy
his name.
shit! I have no idea who this guy is.
Isaiah Pacheco, he went to Rutgers. He's a rookie.
Okay.
And I read that he's running routes from the slot and he's gotten reps with the first team.
Really?
That they might be trying to turn him into a Kareem Hunt type player that they when Hunt was on the Chiefs.
Isaiah Pacheco?
Pacheco. So it's
Pacheco.
yep, it's Pacheco.
Isaiah Pacheco.
He went to Rutgers and I watched some film on him.
Yeah?
That kid's nasty.
Huh. Isaiah Pacheco. I haven't
And
heard any of that.
personally, I don't like Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
No.
Let me tell you something. There's a reason that Jerick McKinnon got so much playing time.
Yep.
There's a reason. I would not be surprised if this kid takes a starting spot or if they split carries.
So, well, let's look at it. Who else is there? Obviously, Edwards-Helaire's there.
Yep.
And I know Ronald Jones is there. You mentioned Jerick McKinnon. Is he still there?
I'm going to check right now.
But for him to be taking reps with the first team, that's pretty big.
Jerick McKinnon is still on the Chiefs.
Oh, wow. Man, they're kind of loaded with a bunch of guys that are like, okay.
And to be honest with you, I forgot that Ronald Jones was on the Chiefs now, and it kind of disappoints me because when I saw this, I was excited because I don't think a lot of people know who this guy is, and I wanted him.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of situations where there's like a bunch of guys, somehow there still ends up being a main guy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's never actually a split unless it's two guys, a Melvin Gordon and a Javonte Williams.
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
situation. But I think this kid's worth taking a chance on.
I mean, he's definitely a guy to look at in preseason. I mean, this could be a guy that goes out in preseason and balls out and gives them every reason for him to be the starter. If he's taking first team reps, like it's a guy to keep your eyes on.
And if he's taking reps from the slot too,
Yeah, exactly.
he's
For a
catching
running back to
passes.
be taking reps from the slot as a rookie, yeah, no, that's pretty big. That came out of left field.
This kid he could, like, remember I told you earlier that this player could win you your league? You never know, especially with the
Yeah.
Chiefs offense.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Isaiah
Huh.
Pacheco, take a look
Have
at
to
him,
look into
guys.
him.
Yeah. And then another thing that I wanted to get out there is your boy Traylon Burks. He's taking reps with the second and third team.
I did see he's not looking too hot.
I mean, is it something to be all concerned about? No. I'm not saying that Justin Jefferson was taking reps with the second and third team, but when he was a rookie, he didn't end up having a blow up game until like week 6. I mean, I'm a Vikings fan, so I knew who he was. I When we drafted him, I watched film and I knew what he had and I was really excited. And those first few weeks I'm like, man, like, where is this dude? Like, what's going on? Why are they not throwing to him? And then just out of nowhere, I think he had like 8 catches, like 160 yards, like huge game. And then ever since then, it's just been straight up.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's concerning though is if you're not showing anything, like I saw even before I saw this a couple weeks ago that he was not like really that impressive in OTAs and whatnot. If you're not showing anything to your coaches and your teammates in training camp, then what the fuck makes you think like he's gonna get on the field and like play good in an NFL game? I mean, Justin Jefferson, maybe he didn't blow up like right off the bat, but I'm sure he was like showing out in practice at some point. He wasn't taking reps with the third team.
Good point.
So that's pretty fucking concerning. At this point, no, I don't want the guy.
Imagine spending a first round pick on. Wait, he was a first round pick, right?
Yeah.
Imagine spending a first round pick for him to be taking reps with the second and third team.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing too. He's a first round pick. Like, regardless of how he's performing, this dude should be taking reps with the first team. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. He has to be bad. Like you have to be bad to be a first round pick and be taking reps with the second and third team. And there's like no good news about you at all. No. No.
What's the kid's name from Atlanta? Remind me. Drake London.
Drake London, yeah.
Now, I've seen some good shit about him.
Yeah.
He's the one that we should put in our top 25.
Well, you know who's another guy that's blown up that I saw? He's all over Twitter. Is George Pinkins in
From the
Pittsburgh.
Steelers, I did read that. I saw that Chase Claypool said he could be really good.
This dude is going nuts in training camp. So that is a guy you need to keep your eyes on because what do the Steelers do? They draft good receivers. Antonio Brown, Juju, Deontay Johnson, Martavis Bryant.
Oh my gosh, Martavius Bryant. What a name.
Dude, he was pretty good.
He really was. Until
Yeah,
he wasn't.
he threw his career away.
Yeah, he did. Remember Mike Wallace?
He was good too.
He
Hines
came to
Ward.
he came to us and he sucked with us.
Yeah.
He sucked actually ever since he left the Steelers because then he went to Baltimore.
I think from the Steelers he went to the Dolphins and then he went I don't know who he went to after that, but I know he went to
Us,
the
I
Dolphins
think.
first. He went to you guys? Yeah, he sucked after that. But Emmanuel Sanders, the Steelers drafted Emmanuel Sanders, and then he was supposed to go to the Pats, and he went to the Broncos to go play with Peyton Manning. But that's another guy the Steelers have drafted. So they just draft good receivers.
I definitely think we should redo our rankings before the season.
Oh, definitely.
Farther,
Not go like super in depth, like do it all in one episode of the new rankings and
yeah.
just kind of pick over like what we would do different.
And then we can see how we did at the end of the year, too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely got to do that.
But yeah, guys, Isaiah Pacheco and one thing I forgot to say is I know that you had some stuff to say about him. I didn't really say much. I didn't have a huge opinion on him, but don't sleep on Robert Woods, especially with Traylon Burks not panning out yet. We're talking about a guy who's consistently put up 1,000-yard seasons. And with not a lot of targets there, I don't expect him to just disappear unless he doesn't recover from his injury well.
Yeah, I mean, with the bad outlook on Traylon Burks now, that definitely changes how you have to perceive Robert Woods. Because now before I was assuming that Traylon Burks was like really good. Obviously, he's not. So
And
you
we're
have
not
to assume that Robert Woods is the number one guy now.
Yeah,
Easily.
and we're not saying, he's in our top 25 now, anything like that, but we're just saying he's a wide receiver 1.
Yeah, on a team that's not bad.
No, I mean that offense is built for success.
Yeah. So, no, I agree with that.
But yeah, go watch some Isaiah Pacheco, guys.
Yeah, we might have to put that on TikTok. Isaiah Pacheco.
Okay, and I don't think I have any other topics to cover as far as news or sleepers or whatever. So, like I said in the beginning of the episode, we're going to go through the divisions and where we think it's going to end up. I just wanted to, while we're about midway through the episode, I just wanted to say, guys, go follow the Twitch, comment, watch the live video. The description, or I'm sorry, the link to go to our Twitch is in the description for our podcast, which is on Anchor and Spotify. Rank the podcast on Spotify. I put our latest episode on YouTube. You can't watch the other ones on there because we were still working the sound quality out. It should be fixed now. I'm still making small tweaks, but we're going to try to put all the podcasts episodes on YouTube now after. So We Know Football on YouTube, We Know Football on Spotify, Anchor, and then the Twitch link is in the description because that is still my personal Twitch. If we make some headway and get a good audience, I'll end up just making a new Twitch or converting mine over to the podcast Twitch. And also join the Discord, guys.
Damn.
All right, AFC or NFC?
I don't know. The NFC was easier, so maybe we want to just get the NFC out of the way first, and then we'll really deep dive more into the AFC.
All right, that works for me.
Cool with that.
I'll let you start it off.
All right. You want to start with the North?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, we'll start with the North. I'll go from dead last to first. Really hype it up a little more. So NFC North, for those of you that don't know the divisions or need a little refresher, the NFC North consists of the Packers, the Lions, the Vikings, and the Bears. Fourth in NFC North, how it's going to finish this year, and this should be the same on everybody's list. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Last place is going to be the Bears. It's incredibly easy. The Bears suck. Did you want to flip back and forth, or you want me to just go through my 4?
You got it. I'll go after you.
All right. Bears are at 4. New coach, Justin Fields. I don't think he's good. The Bears suck. Number 3,
If you say something that I completely don't agree with, I'll jump in.
Okay. I'm assuming you agreed with that.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So number 3, and I mean this might be a little crazy, but it's kind of funny. Like I had no question on this.
You put the Packers.
I put the fucking Packers at 3. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, there's nobody on the team, man. Aaron Rodgers got nobody to throw to. It's going to be the Aaron Jones and the AJ Dillon show, and the Lions are improved. I don't know what else to say. I mean, and I said I didn't look at the strength of schedule, but this might help my case a little bit. The Packers have holy shit, where are they? The 15th easiest schedule. The Lions have the 5th easiest schedule. All right. The Lions are at number 2. Don't ask me why. The team has improved. They played with a lot of heart last year. They should have won more games than they did. I like the coach. I don't know. I think it's a better team than the Packers. Other than Aaron Rodgers, I think it's a better team than the Packers. And then number 1 is the Vikings. And it's not even close. I don't even know what else to say. It is not even close. The Vikings are a legitimate contender for the Super Bowl out of the NFC. Like there's no question.
It's nice hearing other people say that than me.
Yeah, like I was on TikTok before we did this, and Colin Cowherd did like his top 5 crazy predictions for this season. And his first crazy prediction was that the Vikings were going to win the North. Like, dude, that is not crazy at all. It is the best team in the fucking division. It's not hard. I would be shocked if they didn't win the division.
Me too.
I'd be shocked if they didn't make the championship game. I mean, honestly, this is a good team.
You bring in the new coach too. I mean, I'll touch on all that when I go into it so that we're
Yeah.
not repeating or whatnot, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. Bears, Packers, Lions, Vikings. Easy.
All right, so for the NFC North, I got the Bears dead last. I'm not convinced Justin Fields is bad yet. Like I said, I'm only gonna jump in like if you say something that I think is absurd.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, I think he could be good. I don't know why Allen Robinson didn't get the ball last year. Like I actually have no idea why.
Yeah.
Because he's good. Or he just had one good season. I don't know. But young team, new coach. New coach could help though. It definitely could. But I mean, all they really got is Mooney, Montgomery. I mean, Fields is going to make plays with his legs. He could still be a viable fantasy quarterback. But he's one of those guys where you got to show me it for me to trust you.
Yeah. Well, they traded away Khalil Mack. Their best defensive player, Roquan Smith, he just asked for a trade today. That's something we probably could have touched on.
Yep, I forgot about that.
And the guys that they did sign, like they signed Byron Pringle from the Chiefs, and I mean he's not bad. He's already hurt. Something happened to him. I saw they're dealing with a bunch of injuries already. No, just the Bears suck. The Bears will probably be
one of the
they'll
worst
probably
teams in the NFL.
They'll probably be the worst team in the NFL. So
yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. They really gotta show me something and change my mind.
they're gonna have quite a few years of being shit.
I feel like they're one of those teams where they're gonna surprisingly beat someone who's really good.
Yeah.
Like how that happens like once a year, or a few times a year. But no, they got a great running back. And I don't care what anybody says. He's a great running back. He's not a good running back. He's a great running back. He's been hurt, and when you're on a shit team like that, you don't get a lot of shine. But if he's healthy, he's a great running back. And then Justin Fields, again, he can definitely make plays, but he's really got to show me something this year. But again, he's doing it with minimal targets. So how much can you really expect? I did put the Lions at 3 for second to worst. Any team with Aaron Rodgers on it, you kind of got to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not one of these people who are absurdly putting them top in the division without even blinking, but the Lions are a good team. They weren't a good team last year, but they're improving. They've got a great running back. Jared Goff, he's not great, but he can get you by. He can still throw the ball. They got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's just going to get better every year. This might be a big year for him. It really could be. They drafted a receiver. If you can help me out with the name, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams, thank you. One of the best tight ends in football, TJ Hawkinson.
They signed DJ Chark.
Defense has improved. They're an up-and-coming team. They really could be number 2 in the division. We're just going to have to see how it all comes together. 2, I've got the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, Allen Lazard, Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins is going to play, 6 games?
Yeah, he'll have one really big game.
He'll probably go 7 catches for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns week 1.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't really see anybody but Lazard being the main target. Dude, I can never remember rookies' names off the top of my head. Who did they draft?
Christian Watson.
Thank you. Christian Watson. Again, another guy. You got to show me something.
To make me a believer about him.
You got to show me something to make me a believer.
Yeah.
And then obviously Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, but they lost Zadarius Smith. Thank you for that. And
yeah, really.
Their team didn't get any better.
No, it got worse.
We're talking about.
You lose one of the best receivers in the league, and you replace him with nobody, and you lose your best defensive player, and you replace him with nobody. I mean,
I don't care how cold it is. How do you not throw? How are you Aaron Rodgers? You don't throw 1 touchdown in the NFC Championship game, or not the NFC Championship game, the divisional round.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's a playoff game.
He's pathetic. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
How don't you throw 1 touchdown?
He was on psychedelics.
You're the highest paid. You're the highest paid quarterback in the league. How don't you throw 1 touchdown in a divisional playoff game?
In the stadium that you're supposed to have some big home field advantage, playing a team from California in the ice cold.
Yeah. Whatever. And then I'm a Vikings fan, but even if I wasn't a Vikings fan, I don't know. People hate on the Vikings. But the Vikings are winning the division this year. I know they disappoint year after year, but if you look at this team on paper, you've got Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, Alexander Madison. A lot of people hate on Cousins too, but he's not the problem. Yeah, he does have shit pocket presence, but the O-line's gotten better. We actually have an offensive lineman who they're comparing to Trent Williams, that he could become that kind of player.
Cool deal.
So if the offensive line can play well, and we got a new coaching staff, offensive coordinator from the Rams last year just won the Super Bowl. Yeah. And their passing game specialist is also on our staff now. So new coach with the younger kind of play style. And I read that they've really seen a change in Kirk Cousins since the change in coaching staff. Actually, I also did come to find out the other day, we're switching to a 3-4 defense this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've never been a fan of 3-4, but we'll see how it goes. So that means that Danielle Hunter's going to be playing linebacker.
No shit. Well, that would be interesting. Huh.
So you've got... So at the linebacker position now, you got Danielle Hunter, Eric Kendricks, Zadarius Smith, and... Oh, come on, Billy.
What the fuck?
Someone else we signed. Jordan Hicks.
That's nasty. That's a hell of a linebacking crew there.
And Patrick Peterson re-signed for a year.
I was wondering that.
He did. I actually watched a video of him catching an interception while guarding Jefferson.
Yeah.
And then Cameron Dantzler on the other side. I mean, he's still young, but, learning under Patrick Peterson. Basically, the division is ours to lose. So.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The only reason that anybody would not have the Vikings at 1 is because of Kirk Cousins. And, like, the stigma around Kirk Cousins. Other than that, dude, there's literally no reason to not have them winning this division. It's just easy.
I'd be shocked if we didn't.
Yeah. It
Now,
should be legitimate Super Bowl contenders.
If I wasn't a Vikings fan, like, maybe I'd be like, oh, they blow it every year, like, blah, blah, blah. But I am a Vikings fan. I know what our team looks like. And it's going to be different this year. It's going to be. I'm telling you.
I'm not a Vikings fan, and I totally agree with that. Also, Aaron Rodgers is on psychedelics, and Justin Fields is a vegan. That's why they're at 3-4.
That's a good take.
Yeah, right?
All
Can we
right.
talk about that, though? He
No, we
admitted to
didn't.
taking psychedelics, man. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Are you kidding me? We're talking about dudes that have gotten suspended for multiple games and seasons for smoking pot, and this dude's talking about taking psychedelics and how it's changed his life. And we're just gonna, oh man, Aaron Rodgers is so cool. He's out here taking psychedelics. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, what would happen if Josh Gordon came out and said that?
That motherfucker never play a game again. Never. Ah, crazy, dude. Insane. Nobody's talking about it. They just think it's cool.
Apparently, it's not against any NFL. It doesn't violate any NFL policy.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Can't stand that prick. He should have just retired and went and hosted Jeopardy because he was really good at that.
I can't
Anyway.
wait till he's out of our division.
He just needs to fucking get away, dude. But I listened to part of my take. He was on there. He says he wants to play for another like 4 or 5 years. What the hell, man? Just call it quits already. Anyway. NFC South?
Do it up.
All right. NFC South, this was incredibly easy. At 4, the Falcons. Falcons suck. Marcus Mariota. Team's not good. Nothing about the team is good. This would be another team that is one of the worst in the league. There's nothing else to say. Falcons at 4. At 3, the Panthers. We kind of talked about it. They bring in Baker Mayfield. If McCaffrey stays healthy, it'll be a tough team to play. I don't believe in that coach at all. He hasn't really shown anything to being a good coach. I don't know. Panthers at 3. At 2, the Saints. Jameis Winston, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas coming back. It's the Saints. It's still a good team. Peyton's gone. Doesn't matter. Will they make the playoffs? Probably not. Still be a tough team to play, though. And
Now,
like I
now
said,
the people
Jameis
listening on
Winston.
Spotify and Anchor can't see your face, so you might want to say, "Just kidding, guys." After about Jameis Winston being one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Just kidding. Jameis Winston, second best quarterback in the league after Mac Jones.
That's
and then
better.
yeah, exactly. Then number 1, the Bucks. It would be the biggest upset in sports history if the Bucks did not win this division. there's nothing else to say.
Tom Brady could get hurt and they'd still win the division.
Absolutely. And I don't even know who the backup is.
Is it Josh
Easy.
Rosen?
Did he sign there? I know they drafted Kyle Trask last year. I don't know. I need to know now. I didn't give a fuck, but now I do. Bucks QBs.
No,
Kyle
Rosen's
Trask.
Rosen's on the
Blaine
Browns.
Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert. Remember Blaine Gabbert was going to be the guy. They were okay with that when Brady retired. Yeah. Blaine Gabbert.
Rosen's on the Browns.
He'll be there for a couple weeks.
No, he might be there for years, not knowing who their quarterback is.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That one was really easy for me. I put no thought into that.
I've got the Falcons last. The only good things on that team are Kyle Pitts and Drake London.
Yep.
I mean, Cordell Patterson's good, but they have another running back there now too. So, I mean, this is all fantasy perspective. I'm not saying these guys are going to help them win, but I mean they are. But it's 3 guys don't make the team. So
Yeah.
Falcons. I actually put the Saints at 3.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Oh, wow.
I think Jameis Winston is good. Kamara's obviously good. I feel like he's not the same player without Drew Brees.
Yeah.
I also just remembered something. Sean Payton's gone.
John Payton is gone.
So we'll see how that works. And, I mean, Michael Thomas is a bum.
Yeah. They did draft Chris Olave, though.
Yeah, and he looks good.
And they do have Jarvis Landry now, which
He disappoints every time.
he disappoints, but he's not bad.
No. They really don't have much. Kamara might not even play a full season.
It's just the Saints, though. I just feel like
They should win.
Like, they have enough there. And people forget, dude. Jameis Winston was playing really good football before he got hurt last year. Like, obviously, I'm joking when I say he's like one of the best in the league. But people give Jameis Winston a lot of shit. Jameis Winston is a good quarterback. He's a national championship winning quarterback. Before Brady went to Tampa Bay, this dude threw fucking 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Never mind the 30 interceptions he threw. But Jameis Winston is a good quarterback. And when he threw the 30 touchdowns and the 30 picks, that was before he got LASIK eye surgery. Okay? He got LASIK eye surgery. He was playing good football last year. He beat us. He's a good quarterback. Saints at 2.
He beat the Bucks week 1. Didn't he? Didn't he throw 5 touchdowns? Was that against the Bucks?
The Bucks played the Cowboys week 1.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't week 1.
Okay.
But did they beat them? I'll look it up. You can keep going.
2, I put the Panthers with Baker with the upside. And if McCaffrey stays healthy, you got a healthy McCaffrey and Baker is the quarterback with DJ Moore. And I mean, I guess you can say Robbie Anderson. I mean, this could be a good team. This is another team that could beat good teams like unexpectedly, but not like a whole lot to say. I just taking the upside. And then, I mean, I got the Bucks. I don't have to say anything about it. Loaded team. They're going to be good until they're not. So.
Yeah. So the Saints kicked the shit out of the Packers week 1. Jameis threw for 5 touchdowns.
Even better.
But also, little fun fact for you. The Saints beat the Bucks in both games last year.
Wow.
Both games they played, yeah. They beat them 36-27 in the first game. Now, granted, I don't think Jameis played in either one of these games. But in the second game, they beat them 9-0. I think Trevor Siemian was playing.
Was it him or Hill?
Oh yeah, Taysom Hill played too. I think that last game it was Trevor Siemian. No, it was Hill. Huh? Didn't Siemian play towards the end of the year?
Hill got hurt.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter. But now I have to know. Yeah, Trevor Siemian played in. All right, yeah. I'm not. Forgot about Taysom Hill though. All right. NFC East.
Yep.
Let's do it. NFC East, dead last. I feel like dead last has been easy for all of these. Is the Giants going to be one of the worst teams in the league? They're terrible. Daniel Jones sucks. Brian Dable, he's a good coach. He could turn the Giants around. But until they get rid of Daniel Jones, do something else at quarterback, no good. At 3, I put Washington. It'd be a tough team to beat, I think, just because it's well coached. Ron Rivera is a good coach. Carson Wentz is an upgrade at quarterback. I mean, they'll probably have like a. My records are all fucked up now since we had another game. 7-10 is what it would be now instead of 7-9. I could see them having a season like that. They'll be okay. They won't make the playoffs.
No.
At two, I'll put the Cowboys. The Cowboys haven't made the playoffs back-to-back seasons since 2006, 2007. Isn't that wild?
They didn't make the playoffs last year.
Did they not?
The Eagles did. They got the shit kicked out of them in the first game.
Oh, yeah. Wait. No, the Cowboys made it last year, didn't they? Yeah, because the Eagles were the wild card. They played the Bucks. Who the Cowboys play?
The 49ers.
The Niners, that's right. And the Niners weren't supposed to win that game. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, Cowboys
Okay,
haven't
yeah.
made back-to-back playoffs
So
since
the
06,
Cowboys did
07.
make the playoffs. All right.
They did make the playoffs. I mean, they'll be okay. It's the Cowboys, whatever. Number 1 is the Eagles. I've already beat it dead. Jalen Hurts is the man. Got a good team. I don't really know what else to say. They also have the second easiest schedule in the league. I don't know. Case closed. Eagles number 1.
Well, this is the first division that we agree on in the order.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got the Giants last. It's going to be a while till they're good. I think if you get a healthy Saquon and the line's better this year, like, it could be a difference maker, but I still got them last. I got Washington at 3. I think Wentz will be all right. I did read that he's struggling with accuracy in camp, but, I mean, you can't take those things to heart. But I expect McLaurin to have a bounce back year. He's got paid and he is really good. And they got 2 good running backs. They'll be there, but they won't be able to get over the hump.
Yep.
I got the Cowboys at 2. Another team that's really talented on paper. But somehow they always fuck it up. They'll still be good, but just not good enough.
Got rid of their best receiver.
Yep. And I got the Eagles at 1. I hate the Eagles, but
So do I.
they do have a good team this year. And super improved receiving core. Jalen Hurts, another year. It'll be another year for him for experience. Or I'm sorry. It's going to be his second year. It'll be his third year. So last year he had another year under his belt.
Made the playoffs last year. Got to taste the playoffs.
Yeah.
I hate the fucking Eagles. Let me just say that. I hate the Eagles. But
Me
I do
too.
like Jalen
I
Hurts.
fucking hate them. I really hate them. I hope they lose every game.
Oh, yeah. No, if they finish dead last in this division, I will be happy as hell. There's no team I hate more than the Eagles.
I hate the Eagles and Packers.
How close is that? You hate the Packers more, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck the Eagles.
But, I mean, they have a really good receiving core, and Hurts is going to be better. They're going to be a good team, unfortunately. I don't have much to say.
Yeah, basically they got a lot better than the Cowboys did. I still don't think they can contend for a Super Bowl. They'll probably lose.
Absolutely not.
I mean, they'll probably lose in the first round. If they were in, well, they probably wouldn't win the division in any other division. If they
No,
were in any other division in the NFC or the AFC, they wouldn't win. The NFC East kind of sucks. It always has.
it does suck.
So, NFC West, best division in the NFC. There'll probably be 3 playoff teams from this division. And the one that's not going to make it easily, Seahawks. Team's going to suck. We've talked about it. Drew Lock, he's okay.
No, we got to stop saying that. I think it's going to be Geno Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's going to be Geno Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking of Geno Smith this whole time we've been talking about this shit.
I saw something about him today, and I don't know why we haven't been thinking about him, because when he played last year,
He wasn't
he
bad.
played really good.
Yeah.
So you could even move DK up on your list, too.
Huh. Well, all right. Geno Smith isn't bad.
They're still
But
the worst team
still,
in the division.
They're still easily the worst team in the division. Their O-line sucks, but Rashad Penny will lead the league in rushing this year. At 3, the Cardinals. They're better than the Seahawks. They're going to be a playoff team. They'll win enough games just because the rest of the NFC isn't really that strong. I'm still not like a huge fan of Kyler Murray. We've talked about that. This whole deal, we didn't talk about this. His whole deal with signing this contract, and then they had the clause in there about having to watch X amount of film, and then he goes out crying about, I can't believe they put that in the contract. Dude, you signed the fucking contract, and now you're crying about what they put in it. I mean, did you read it at all, or did you just look at, oh, this is what I'm going to get paid per hour, and like, I don't give a fuck about the rest of it.
Right.
What are you crying about? All he wants to do is play Call of Duty every night, which is fine if you're a regular Joe, but this dude's a starting quarterback in the NFL and needs to grow the fuck up.
Who could be really good.
Exactly. If he really applied himself, they would not be putting a clause in his contract about watching film if it wasn't a problem. Cardinals at 3. If they don't make the playoffs, I'll be happy because I don't like Kyler Murray, especially after that bullshit. At 2, put the 49ers. I don't know what we'll get out of Trey Lance. He could be good, he could be bad. I don't know. But Kyle Shanahan is a really good coach. They got Debo Samuel. They got George Kittle. Got a good defense. The Niners will make the playoffs. They'll probably make noise in the playoffs. Will they win the Super Bowl? Will they contend for the Super Bowl? Not a fucking chance. And then at 1, the Rams. The Rams, barring any injuries or anything, the Rams I could easily see going back to back. Another year for Stafford with McVay. The defense is crazy. The offense is crazy. They add Allen Robinson.
Full
They
year
get
of Cam Akers.
Full year of Cam Akers, exactly. It's a no-brainer. The Rams are 1.
And yet again, we agree.
There we go.
Seahawks at 4. I mean, I think Geno could be good, but not enough to get them anywhere over. I could, if somebody pitched me that they could be number 3 in the division, I can work with that. But anything over that, no. The division's too hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seahawks at 4, Cardinals at 3. I mean, the Cardinals are good. They're just not better than the 49ers. And
Yeah,
you're missing your best receiver for, I think it's 6 games. I don't think it's 8. I think it's 6.
I'll check.
Okay. I think it's 6. You're missing your best receiver for 6 games at least. Not saying that they're not going to be good, but. And then at 2, I got the 49ers. I think Trey Lance is going to be good.
It is 6.
All right, so confirmed. 6 games for D-Hop. 49ers are going to be good. I'm sure the energy around the team is feeling good with the Debo signing. I'm actually going to say something you're probably not going to agree with. I think
boy.
Ayuk's going to have a good year.
Okay.
I do. And if you got Debo with Ayuk playing well, it could be a recipe for success. Elijah Mitchell's pretty good, and if he doesn't pan out, it gets hurt. Maybe Trey Sermon actually gets some burn this year.
I was really big on him last year.
I know you were.
That bit me in the ass. And Ayuk. I'm okay. Fuck Trey Sermon. And honestly, fuck Ayuk. But I can get behind drafting Ayuk again this year.
Yeah, he fucked me too.
I mean, he's a pretty good value this year, I feel like.
Where you'll get him, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm okay with that.
Last year, people blew a 4th-round pick on him.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem.
And then, the Rams are still number 1. The only thing that could change my mind is looking down at my phone and saying Matt Stafford is going to have elbow surgery. He's going to be out for 8 weeks. That's the only thing that could change my opinion.
Yeah. Pretty easy. One more thing on the Niners. I think Trey Lance. I'm starting to think he's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think he is too.
The more stuff I see. At first, I was like, nah. I don't know. I think he's going to be pretty good.
I can get behind it.
So that's the NFC. I got a question for you, though. We had the same bottom team in each division, right? Bears, Falcons, Giants, Seahawks.
Yep.
If you put all 4 of those teams in the same division, who would win?
The Seahawks.
That's what I was thinking.
It would go Seahawks, Bears, Falcons, Giants.
I'd probably go Seahawks, Falcons, Bears, Giants. Giant. I can see Giants, Bears, actually. Yeah. No, definitely Seahawks, though.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. You want to start with the AFC or?
Sure.
All right.
So we'll go AFC North. I put the Browns to finish last. Deshaun's out at least 6 games, which I hope changes. I hope he gets suspended for the whole year.
Yeah, fuck him.
And you still got Chubb and you still got Hunt for now. And then you got Amari Cooper and Njoku.
Yep.
There's just not like a whole lot there. If Deshaun Watson wasn't a dirtbag and he was their QB1 and he was playing every game, I'd put them ahead of Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the sake of the playmaking ability. But no, this team's going to struggle, which, is unfortunate because they really did have some good core pieces there.
I mean, if they had Deshaun, that's as far as you'd put him above the Steelers. You wouldn't put him any higher?
No.
Okay, I agree.
3, I got Pitt. We don't even know who the quarterback's going to be yet. I mean, it could be Trubisky. It could be Pickens.
Pickett.
Or Pickett. Who am I missing? Someone else is there.
Mason
Rudolph. I mean, they got a good receiving core and a great running back, but I feel like the quarterback play is going to hinder them. But we'll see. I mean, it's not like Ben Roethlisberger lit up the world last year
No,
or the past
I
few
mean,
seasons.
yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same team.
It could be a
If
team that has success just because the offense that they're in. I can't
yeah,
I can't put them ahead of the Ravens or the Bengals though.
no, absolutely not.
And two, I got the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to have a really good year. I think that Mark Andrews is going to blow up again. I think that Rashad Bateman's going to have a great year. I think Lamar is going to have an amazing year. And J.K. Dobbins, I hope he has a good year. This team could win the division.
Oh yeah,
I They really could. But I got them at 2. I got the Bengals at 1. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl last year and they improved. They still have Chase and Higgins and Boyd and Burrow and Mixon and Perrine, and their offensive line got better. I mean, I think Jesse Bates might hold out their safety, but
yeah,
it's still a great team.
yeah. I mean it's another year for a young team. They were not supposed to be good last year.
No,
Like they were supposed to be the worst team in the division, and they went to the fucking Super Bowl. This team's not going to slow down anytime soon.
the only thing I could see hindering them is now they have a lot higher expectations.
Yeah.
So if they get beat week 1 by a shit team, that's all you're gonna see on SportsCenter.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, we got the same 4. I wasn't so sure. I kind of thought you might go the Ravens over the Bengals. But yeah, no, Browns at 4. There's not much more to be said. Deshaun Watson, he's gonna get a year suspension, hopefully. And yeah, without him, I mean they were totally riding on him playing. And they have nothing behind them. Jacoby Brissett for a whole season, they're not gonna be good. The
Hashtag
Steelers
free hashtag free Josh Rosen.
he was supposed to be good.
Yeah.
So much for that. Steelers at 3. They'll win games just because Tomlin's there. He's a really good coach. I don't think he's ever had a losing season.
Maybe one, but
Maybe one.
that's not the point.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna make the playoffs. There's no chance to make the playoffs. Like you said, don't know what's gonna happen at quarterback, but they'll win games. It'd be a tough team to play. You're not gonna want to play the Steelers. They just play tough. At 2, same deal. Got the Ravens.
Steelers could be one of the hardest non-playoff teams to play.
Yeah, I mean I think if the Steelers were in the NFC, you could see them fight for a playoff spot. But the AFC is just too hard.
I agree.
So, yeah, to the Ravens. Like you said, I mean, Mark Andrews will have another good year. They get last year. We already said it. Injuries. It was a fucked up year. The Ravens will be good again. I could easily see them taking the division. But number 1, I got the Bengals. Already said it. Young team. They get another year. It's the most talented team in the division. The Ravens, the biggest reason I put the Ravens at 2, I mean, they lose their number 1 receiver. I know you believe in Bateman, but still, Marquise Brown was the guy, and he's gone.
Oh no, he was good.
Yeah. So, the Bengals are at 1. Best quarterback in the division, best offense in the division. They're coming off a Super Bowl. They're at 1.
Best receiver in the division.
Easily.
Not the best running back in the division.
But close.
Close.
They got good running backs in that division.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. So, AFC South. We got the Colts, Titans, Jags, and Texans. Dead last, I got the Texans. I don't think Mills is that bad. And they got Brandon Cooks, but their running backs are Marlon Mack and a rookie. I mean, this could be the worst team in football. But they really did surprise me last year with how many games they won. So, I don't know. They're last. There's not much really to say. And then I got the Jags. This team's going to be improved. Trevor Lawrence, I'm not sold that he's great or going to be great, but he'll have a better year this year. Travis Etienne's going to have a great year. James Robinson, when he comes back, he will have a role. And Christian Kirk should have a good year too. They'll be a better team for sure. At 2, I got the Titans. This was pretty easy for me. Derrick Henry's going to be fine. He's not going to get... I mean, I'm not going to say he's not going to get hurt again, but there's nothing to worry about with him. He's going to be the same player he was. But you lose your best receiver. You gain Robert Woods, who's not even close to being as good as A.J. Brown, but he'll still be a threat. You got to see what Treylon Burks is going to do. They're still a good team. It's going to run through Derrick Henry like it always does, but they're not better than the Colts. The Colts are going to be really good. Matt Ryan still has a lot left in the tank. He had nothing to work with last year. And now you give him Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman Jr. This team is going to be good. With a good offensive line too. Colts are going to be a solid team. They're taking this division easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we started, I told you that there was a division on here that I thought was way harder than the AFC West.
You put the Jags over the Titans, didn't you?
AFC South was the hardest division for me. The Colts was easy. The Colts are number 1. We'll just get that out of the way. You already hammered it. Best running back in football. Matt Ryan, he's still good. Pittman, really good. Defense, solid. Offensive line, really good. Colts, I mean, that's easy. I battled with the other 3. It was fucking hard. So at 4, I put the Texans. I don't know, dude. I could see them finishing second. And like that might be crazy. Dude, I think Davis Mills is good. I think Brandon Cooks is good. I think they played really hard last year. I could see it. I could see it. I could see them being second, but somebody had to be last and it had to be them. At 3, you were right. I put the Titans at 3. They didn't get any better. They lost their best receiver. Tannehill struggled. They drafted a quarterback. If Tannehill struggles this year, he will be on the bench by the end of the year.
He's an asshole for saying that it's not my job to train a quarterback.
Exactly.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if this team struggles, Malik Willis is going to be playing quarterback. I don't know. Derrick Henry's going to get his. Like, Derrick Henry's still going to be the man. I'm not worried about that at all. But, dude, other than that, I look at the Titans, and I don't love anything else that I see. So that's why I put the Titans at 3. And at 2, I got the Jags. I don't know, man. Doug Peterson is a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fuck him, honestly. Fuck Nick Foles, too, but anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, he struggled last year. That was a terrible situation. The team sucked. Urban Meyer sucked. That was hard on him. I think he's going to be really good this year. They bring in Christian Kirk. I mean, he's not an elite receiver, but he's going to get a lot of targets. They get Etienne back. That's going to be huge for Trevor Lawrence. Like you said, James Robinson is there. Marvin Jones is there. Evan Ingram. They signed Evan Ingram. Watch out for Evan Ingram. He might have a big role. This team's going to be really improved. I think Doug Peterson is a good coach. He's going to coach them to a bunch of wins. Maybe not a shit ton of wins, but I can see them having like a 8-8 season, or it wouldn't be 8-8, it'd be 8-9, I guess, or whatever, 9-8. I think the Jags are going to be pretty good, so that's why I got one too. I don't know, it might be crazy, but I got the Lions at 2 and I got the Jags at 2.
Hey, it never works out how it did the year before. So
No, yeah, we'll see.
I'm all right with that. And then Colts easy at 1.
Oh, easily.
All right. AFC East. I got the Jets at 4. They are not a bad team. Not anymore. I think that they're going to be good. I think they'll win games. They're just not better than any team in the division. But I don't expect them to be bad. They're going to win some games against some really good teams. I think they will.
Yeah.
But they're just not better than any team in the division. At 3, I'm sorry, I have the Pats.
Mm.
I know.
No way.
I'm sorry, dude. I had to do it.
All right.
I thought of you while I was writing it down.
Dude,
I was like, he's not going to like this.
these are way different. Way different.
You have the Dolphins at 4, I bet.
Carry on.
I don't think the Pats are bad. I really don't. I like Mac Jones. I like players on the team. I don't even have much to say. I have the Dolphins at 2. I don't like the Dolphins. I don't like Tua. But with the talent that's there, it would surprise me if they don't win games. Like, it's almost like, I know it doesn't always work out like that, but what was the Eagles team who was the quarterback? Vince Young.
Vince Young.
Said that they were the dream team, and then they ended up being awful.
Yeah. Dude, that's the vibes I'm getting with the Dolphins, though.
I know, but like,
and I'll get into that.
I mean, they made the playoffs last year.
Did they make the playoffs last year? I don't think they made the playoffs last year.
Am I wrong?
I know the Bengals made it. The Steelers made it. The Titans. The Bills, the Pats. The Chiefs and the Raiders. Yeah, no, they didn't make it.
Oh, they didn't?
No.
Okay, then they were 1 game off.
Yeah.
They were 1 game off. I mean, they got better. Believe me, Tyler, I hope that they don't make the playoffs. But it's just hard for me to not put them there.
They lost their coach, too.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
It could easily be the Pats at 2. And then I got the Bills because they're the best team in the division.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. They'll make the playoffs and they'll get to the divisional round and lose. So
I don't know if I agree with that, but
I'm just saying that because that's what happens. Like every year they make it to the playoffs, get to the big game, and they lose.
Lose to the Chiefs.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, the Bills, that's pretty easy.
The Bills will be the number 1 seed this year, and then the Chiefs will be the last wild card team, and then and then the Chiefs will beat the Bills.
Oh man. Well, all right. I'll get into it.
All right.
At 4, put the Dolphins, man. I put the fucking Dolphins at 4. First of all, fuck the Dolphins. All right. we'll get this out of the way, all right? Well, actually, first of all, I want to get this out of the way. For 20 years, they've been saying the AFC East, it's so easy. That's why Tom Brady is so good because the division sucks. Wah, wah, wah. This is one of the best divisions in the league now, all right? So I don't want to hear no fucking shit no more, all right? This is a tough-ass division.
Well, that's not why Tom Brady was good. That's why you guys had the number 1 seed easy every year.
Yeah. So
That's true.
we'll get that out of the way. The Dolphins are at 4. You kind of talked about it. That this was the point I was going to hammer. This feels like the team that adds all the big guys, and on paper, it's like, all right, these guys are supposed to be good, but there's just something in my fucking gut, man, that this team is not going to be good. I think this is a team that could come out, struggle early, and then just never fucking recover and be absolute ass. Tua sucks. Tua is the worst quarterback in this division, and I don't even think it's close. Zach Wilson is way better. He fucks MILFs. All right? Easy. The Dolphins are at 4. No, I didn't even. Well, I'm kind of lying. I went back and forth with the Jets and the Dolphins. But there is no way in hell, the Dolphins beat the Pats in this division. No fucking shot. Unless Mac Jones gets hurt. At 3, I put the Jets. The Jets are really improved.
Hold on. I just want to add one thing.
Yeah.
I could see you guys beating them both games. I could definitely see you guys beating them both games. I guess it's outside of the division.
See, I could see them beating us both games. They've played really well against us.
They have.
So I could see them beating us. The total opposite of what you're saying.
True.
Well, I think we'll probably split. I think we'll beat them in Foxborough. I think we start the season against them.
Do you? I hope you smack them.
I hope so. That could put them into the ground, man. I'm telling you. Damn, 747. But yeah. At 3, the Jets. Because, dude, I wanted Zach Wilson in that draft. I didn't want Mac Jones. I thought Mac Jones was already going to be gone. Way before the draft, Zach Wilson was not supposed to go that early. He was just that guy that was like, ooh, watch out for this dude. He can throw the ball really good. Then all of a sudden he became, the second overall pick? Third,
Yeah.
whatever. I wanted Zach Wilson.
One of those picks.
Yeah, whatever fucking pick he was. Zach Wilson, he can sling it, man. I think Zach Wilson is pretty good. Like I said, he fucks MILFs. That's why they're at 3. It's just a good team, man. They drafted Garrett Wilson. They had a killer draft. Like every draft pick that they had this year was really good. They still got Corey Davis. He didn't have a really good year. He didn't have a good year at all last year. He's still a good player. Brees Hall. I don't know. They're improved. I think they'll be better than the Dolphins. The Dolphins are going to fall on their face, okay? I put the Pats at 2 because not even I can be stupid enough to say that they'll be better than the Bills. There's no chance. I'd be lying if I said that I'm not worried about them. We don't have an offensive coordinator. Is Patricia calling the plays? Is Joe Judge calling the plays? Is Belichick calling the plays? What the fuck is going on? We don't have an offensive coordinator. We don't have a defensive coordinator. We lost our O-line coordinator that's been there for a zillion years. Like, this team is struggling right now in training camp. Like, all the shit that I see, the defense looks killer, but the offense looks like dog shit. So, I mean, that's pretty concerning, but it's still the Patriots. It's still Bill Belichick, best coach in the league. Mac Jones is good. He's going to have a good year. We had Devontae Parker. We still got Hunter Henry. We still got Jacoby Myers. He's going to have a big year. It's still a good team.
Definitely.
The defense is going to be good. I don't know. The Pats are 2. And I'd love to say that we're going to make the playoffs. I think we'll finish second in the division, win a bunch of games, and still not make the fucking playoffs. So none of this is even going to matter. The Bills are at 1. Josh Allen, best quarterback in the division. Like, easily the best team. There's literally no question about it. The Bills, it's a pretty good chance they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, they have the best odds right now of winning the Super Bowl. So the Bills are at 1. I have nothing else to say about the Bills.
All right. And that just leaves the AFC West. I
for last.
I did not put anything down. I went to go write these notes for this podcast, and I could not rank these teams. I'm going to do it off the top of my head. I'm just going to choose pretty much randomly what I think gut feeling as I'm doing it. This is by far the best division in football, and it's not even close. Because any of these teams could win the division. So I'm going to go Chargers.
At 4?
No, at 1. Sorry.
Holy shit. Okay. All right. I'm like, what the fuck?
So from first to worst.
Okay.
Chargers. Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Chargers. They have the most complete team with a way better defense. Justin Herbert's going to show out this year. 2, I'm going to put Broncos. I was battling between the Broncos and the Chiefs because just because the Chiefs lost Tyreek Hill does not mean that they're fucked. I don't even think their offense is going to change that much. But I don't know. It's kind of just gut feeling. And I think the Broncos are going to be really good. They have a good defense. Now they have Russell Wilson, and he has the best backfield he's ever had in his life, along with Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy to throw the ball to. The Chiefs are going to be the same team, pretty much. I got them at 3, and then at 4, I've got the Raiders. I mean, I think the Raiders are going to be good. I just can't put them above these other teams.
So literally nothing about our list is the same. Nothing. We talked about this like way earlier in the day. You were struggling with this. I didn't struggle for a second. I knew exactly the order. And we're going to come back to this. At the end of the year, I'm going to save this motherfucker. And these 4 teams right here in the AFC West, you can't see it, but these 4 are going to be right. Out of all, I'm telling you, out of all this, okay, I don't feel the most confident about AFC West. I feel the most confident about the NFC East, actually. Actually, no. No, yeah, probably I feel the most confident about the NFC East and the NFC South. But the AFC West, listen here. This is how it's going to finish, all right? Easy. At 4, the Chiefs. On paper, worst team in the division. Easy peasy. They lose their best receiver. The Chiefs are at 4. I could see the Chiefs not making the playoffs. The Chiefs struggled last year. For a while, we didn't know if the Chiefs were going to make the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
I could see the Chiefs missing the playoffs and the Pats making it. The Chiefs are at 4. Okay? Yeah, I could see it too. Like, the Chiefs are going to struggle. Mahomes is going to struggle. It's going to be all over all the sports shows. Dude, the Chiefs are at 4. Easy. Dude, if I'm totally wrong about this, I'm going to look like an asshole. This would be the episode to blow up, too, you know?
Yeah, bad blow up.
Yeah. At 3, I put the Raiders. They got a really good team. They made the playoffs last year. People forget that. The Raiders made the playoffs last year. And they played well against the Bengals. And they added Devontae Adams. I don't really agree with them hiring Josh McDaniels. They should have just kept the guy that they had. But yeah, the Raiders are at 3. I think the Raiders will make the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, they have a good team.
And I just don't see where the Raiders finish below the Chiefs. The Chiefs have the worst team. Just altogether, you take the quarterback totally out of it. The Chiefs have the worst team in this division easily. Like by far.
You're not wrong.
So, all right. Raiders are at 3. At 2, this is going to go back on everything I've said. But at 2, I'm putting the Chargers. Justin Herbert's still going to have a great year. They're still going to make the playoffs. They're still going to be really good. They can still contend for a Super Bowl. But the reason I put the Chargers at 2 is because I saw a little stat that every year for the past however many years it's been, like 5 years or something, there's been a team in the NFL that went from worst to first for the past like 5 years. The Broncos finished worst in their division last year. They're going to finish first in their division this year.
Okay.
Russell Wilson could come in and have a Peyton Manning-like season with the Broncos. I'm really getting on the Russell Wilson train. The MVP of the league is coming out of this division. It's either going to be Herbert or Russell Wilson. I'm still riding my man Herbert. But I think Russell Wilson has the experience. This is going to come down. I don't know what the schedule looks like. If they play the last week or whatever, it's going to come down to these two teams fighting for it at the end.
Dude, it's such a good division.
Yeah, it's so good. Dude, just give me these 4 teams playing every week. But I don't know, man. The Broncos are 1. I think the Chargers have a really fucking good team, and it's going to be close. But I give Denver the upper hand because of the veteran at quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, they both have really good teams.
I mean, the teams are like pretty comparable. They both got really good defenses. The Broncos have a better running game, I would say. And the Chargers probably have a better receiving core. But
It's close.
it's pretty close. I mean, it's pretty close. So the Broncos have put them at 1. And yeah, the Chiefs are making
Dude,
the playoffs.
that division could go any way.
Yeah.
Covered a lot of stuff on this episode.
I'm telling you. I really hope that I'm right on this.
I think you could be. Now I got to fill in what I chose.
Yeah. You had Chargers at 1, Chiefs at 2.
No, I think I put Broncos at 2.
You had Broncos at 2, yeah, and then Chiefs and then Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that division's going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be so good. Imagine they all come out and they fucking suck.
I know, right?
That'd be wild.
But shit, man. It was a long episode.
Yeah, that was good shit.
All right, well, those are our predictions for the NFL divisions, how they're going to end up. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Go to the description on Spotify and Anchor and join the Discord. And what am I missing? YouTube. We're on YouTube now. We Know Football. Go to the videos, comment, like, join the Discord. Ask us questions, give us topics, and shoot the channel a message when you get in there. But other than that, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.